Hello, everyone. It's Sam Ajibode again. So today we are still talking about startup or growth African startup, and it's quite amazing the kind of response we are getting. The application, the way it is going, is really encouraging, and we want to get the best of the best. So I said, before I go into my discussion for today, if you have anybody that is doing amazing startup in the space from anywhere within Africa that is looking for opportunity to join the growth African startup ecosystem. I call it ecosystem because there is actually leveraging on the network that has been built, leveraging on the resources, the shared resources that have been built within the community. So if you have anybody that wants to take advantage of this ecosystem, that will take advantage of the mentorship, that will take advantage of the executive program, that will take advantage of the opportunity for funding, that will take advantage that needs that kind of network that will take into the next level, that kind of relationship, that kind of partnership that will take it to the next level. You can reach out to them, let them know that because it's going to be closing by 5th of this month, we're going to be closing the application. So quickly go to growthafricancapital.net. Growth African. Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. I get a signal that people, the application is really growing. So don't forget, go to growthafricancapital.net. So my team is letting me to know that we are having a lot of people already, applying, and it is a good thing that because the most important thing is that we're going to take our time to take the very best, based on every judgment that we within our reach. We try to see how we can get the best startup to be part of this program, so that at the end of 12 months we can have a lot of testimony, a lot of feedback from this startup, a lot of feedback on the wonderful thing that have been done by this startup. That's the essence of it. So we're going to take a lot of time to get the best of the best. Do you have a good startup that is doing very well? You need growth, you need partnership, you need to leverage on some kind of market to grow fast. That is the essence of joining an ecosystem. It helps you to grow. It helps you to network. It helps you to reach out to people who naturally not be able to have access to. Okay, so it's just amazing. And today I'm going to talk about some of the successes I've made myself, using advantage of networking, relationship, branding, and all of that, and how it has really helped me. And my life is really a life testimony, and I'm proud of what I have grace to have done. So I remember the first business I started was while I was in school, and I was just in a place where they are selling phone. Okay, we're in break that time, so I went to Zaria to do some kind of work, spending the time that we are going to go back to school. I went to a shop where they are selling phone, and I realized that the phone was bad. And I saw an opportunity, and the guy said they want to return the phone because it's bad and all of that. And he returned the phone, and I was there. I approached the shop owner that what does it think if I fix this phone? He said that if I fix it, you're gonna love it, but he doesn't even want the phone anymore. That he just that the phone they've been returning the phone severally. So I told him, okay, give me the phone. Okay, so he asked me that I should give him some money, but the money he asked for is just a little money, and I gave it to him, and I picked the phone, and I went to him that day and fixed the phone, and I brought it back to him, and I said, wow, that's so you actually can fix this phone. Okay, I said, yes. I said, do you mind if I put a small shop just beside here, and anybody that phone gets bad, I fix the phone? He said, not a problem. That's how I started my first business, and I started fixing phones, and the market, the line of the market grew beyond the shop. I had to move to my own shop. I started just because there was a need, and I was able to identify the need on time, and I capitalized on it, and from there I begin to do a lot of research support for PhD, for electronic design a lot of projects, a lot of products, a lot of prototype. By the time I finished school, okay, when I finished school, I was opportunity to go to similar ecosystem program. From there, I started my own business. But I will tell you one thing that's interesting about my businesses. For every business that I have started, it takes me less than 7 days to break even. This is just a real life testimony. It takes me more than 7 days to break even. All I just need to think about is to think about the product. As I'm thinking about the product, I have somebody that needs the product that would convert to money almost immediately. So what I'm saying in essence is that I'm coming up with a course that's going to be coming online very soon, where you know what you should focus on when you are making any startup or when you're making your strategy and all of that. So what happened was that when I started my first company was a tracking device, okay, and a fleet management solution. And I have a friend that is working in a very big company. At that time, they were looking for a fleet management solution that will help them manage the bank. They lease vehicle to banks that time on operating lease, whereby they pay per kilometer. So they need something to track the kilometer, to track the fueling, they track to control, and they were looking for who can provide a solution. So he approached me, he says, Sam, I know you're a tech person. Can you do something like that? Yes, we can. I can do it. I'm sure I can do it. I have a product that already exists that I'm working with another company, but I think I can design something particularly for you and all of that. I said, oh, are you sure? I said, why not? If you can pay me for prototype, I'm gonna do that for you. And the guy paid for prototype. I did the prototype, and the next thing they make order of close to 1,000 devices at the same time. I can tell you how much money that turns to in 7 days. So what I'm saying about all of this is that there are opportunities that wait on a next opportunity. And when you have an ability to secure a demand that can in turn to income and now begin to grow it that way, you might not go through the phase of waiting for having a negative book for a very long time. You might start, So those are the things I'm saying. It depends on the way you approach businesses and all that. I also remember the time we started a fleet management company where we lease vehicles to companies and they pay us based on plans, and we provide maintenance service plan to company. Okay, and we have vehicles all over Nigeria. What happened that day is that I just decided, oh, we want to start this. Okay, I said, oh, don't want to start this business, and what happened was that somebody was trying to say that the solution we provided from the technology angle that was not good enough, and I said, okay, in that case, I will start a company that will use the solution, and we'll see if it's going to work or not. It's just a matter of 2 to 3 days. I just call a friend who knows a friend in a company and say, oh, we need 10 cars the same day. And so you need 10 cars. I say, yes. The next day, within 7 days, I got a car. I got another friend who has cars parked in the garage that was not using. I said, okay, give me those cars first. Let me give to these people. I am telling you that is how we start our fleet management, fleet partners. That's how we started Fleet Partner Company. Okay, and it grew to be #1 company in Nigeria and even Africa when it comes to vehicle leasing. You see, what I'm trying to say is that the way you approach businesses is should be based on need that have been identified. And sometimes you can even generate income from day one. You can even generate a financial instrument from your negotiation from day one, without necessarily going through all this. We're looking for money to market, you're looking for money to pay staff. From day one, you have money, then when you have money, you engage people and you start working. So I remember again, another one I want to talk that is very interesting is I remember when we started Zido. I was just coming from San Francisco and I couldn't log into my LinkedIn. I got one of my friends in a big company that they have a lot of his fast-moving goods. I just sent a mail to him, Ross, I'm on my way to Nigeria. I want to see you. I have this product. You will love it. And the guy said, come, can you just meet me in Whitbreaker? Can we meet up today? I am telling you, I couldn't meet up without meeting. We have to do an online meeting, and contract was issued the next day of $10 million in just 2 days. See, there's a power when you understand the power of relationship, the power of networking, the power of being able to harness demand. If you have the power to harness demand, funding you don't need to bother about funding. Okay? So my first course that will be coming on funding, it's going to be out very soon, on how you can actually raise money without having even a company name, even a financial history, without having anything. You can raise any money, if you understand how to negotiate to have what they call financial instruments. Okay? And in every negotiation, and this is all about trust, it's all about branding, it's all about how people have trusted you, that if you say something, you're going to do it. How people have trusted your team, trusted you, trusted your design, trusted your intellectual ability and ability to execute things when you say it. So it's more about branding, it's more about goodwill, it's all about networking, it's all about how to reach out to people, build relationships. That's why sometimes I smile when I reach out to people, big relationship. I have a lot of friends. Virtually everywhere I have friends. Virtually everywhere you can think about, I have friends. See, you don't need to wait until the day you need this relationship. You have to build as a businessman that is thinking about growth, that is thinking about building company. Even if you're working, you will need everybody. So as much as you are building and you're growing, in fact, before you start a company, what you need first is to build what they call goodwill. Build your own goodwill that people can trust you. Build your own goodwill that people see your brand and say, oh, I want to associate with this brand. If you can do that, I am telling you, you will get anything. I am telling you, there are people that just putting them on your board or just associating with them alone is a lot of money for you. I am telling you. That's why I just think of people, when you are bringing somebody to join your board, to be part of your company, what do you have in mind? Does he have a good way to drive demand to you? Can you walk into an office and tell them, I have this product, I want you to tell all your staff to be using this product? Does he have that kind of control? Does he have that kind of network that can help you get the demand almost the same day? And that's just it. What you need is that kind of network that can give you demand. And when you have a demand, from demand, you can derive what they call financial instrument. From financial instrument, you can raise money. So it's as simple as that. I'm going to come, I'll try to, I'm working on a course on that, on a book on that will help people understand how you can finance your company. If you don't want to give out share, it's possible. If you want to give out share, it is possible without having history, no experience, nothing. All you need is that you have good integrity. You have the right network. Okay? There are people who are very good in getting demand. They can get demand of any volume. It's expertise. And when you get demand, the next thing you think about, how do I convert this demand into an instrument that can help me raise funds? If you're able to command that demand into an instrument, you can use to raise funds at any level. So nobody cares. And the good thing about using an instrument, that instrument gives you instant goodwill, it gives you instant valuation, it gives you instant profits, it gives you instant one other thing that it gives you low interest fund, or other thing it give you flexibility because you get what you need. So even though it's a $1 billion that you need, you get it. So even though it's $1 billion you need, you get it. You get what you need. So that is why I am saying that when you come for growth African startup, what you're going to learn is the engineering of startup. Okay? We've seen startup that have been valued at a very big amount. You'll be wondering, what is it all about? Because they know the game. They know what they need to do, how they need to present themselves. They know how to harness demand, how to position themselves for that growth, how to position themselves for a kind of evaluation that when people value them, they see big numbers, they see big figure. And these things are possible. Some of us, we are not fortunate to learn a lot of things on time. But one of the good things that I had an opportunity to go to this program, a similar program when I started, which has really helped, okay? And really helped me a lot because it made me understand the fact that I don't need money to do anything. It's funny, I tell people I don't need anything. Give me the project. The money will come. What I need is I need the users. I need demand. I need people who need the product. That's all I need. If I have that, let the rest. The financial engineering will start from there. You will be surprised that the money will come out. So that is why I still feel that you coming down to growth African startup is more of informative for you to learn how to build the right company, how to get the right team, how to get the right partner, how to build that growth that is amazing, that you can never see anywhere. Okay? So I can tell you, I can start calling companies that they don't have anything. What they had when they raised money was prospective. You see, the dynamics is actually understanding what finance is all about. The guy who wants to give you money wants to be sure that the money is going to come back. So if you know how to convert your demand or your prospective user into an instrument, it becomes an element of finance. And when that happens, you can raise any kind of money. So don't let people make you feel that because you are a new startup, you can't raise money, because you are this. Just have a good idea. Okay? Have a good idea. Because let me tell you one thing. What is more important between demand and finance? That's the problem that a lot of people are facing. And that's what I was saying now you will enjoy. I'm going to be talking about it. Honestly speaking, finance is just a tool. There are times you don't even need it. You only need it when you have the demand. Okay? So one of the things I'm teaching you is there's nothing wrong if you have the money and you want to use your money to do your startup. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I am saying is that to disabuse your mind, that you cannot raise money when you are at day one. You can raise money at day one, even at day zero. I have done it before. I have raised money even before I started up the company. I have raised money before I even created the company. I have raised money even just by getting the contract. So there are a lot of things you need to get it right. So what is more important? Have you built a real credibility, a real brand that people can trust you with their work? That can trust you with their work. I can give you this work to go and do, because I believe that when you have this, you have the right expertise that people can trust you with their work. That is what you need. Do you have the right expertise? And there are a lot of information out there on the internet. How well have you harnessed the internet? There's so many things that you can learn and improve yourself. Don't forget, as a startup owner, as a CEO, you should know everything. You should know everything from accounting, finance, product design. You should know everything, at least a bit of everything. Because that is part of your sustainability strategy. So when you are talking to somebody, I remember when I was pitching the other company at the time before they gave me the contract, I did a model, I did a prototype. I had to bring 3-4 different products together to create the concept I'm trying to sell to them. And by the time they saw it work, they wrote a check, man. They wrote a check. When the product does not exist, they wrote the check. Okay? And from there, the product was created. They got the first supply. They love it, and they keep buying. That's how a business starts. They keep buying. And from day one, you are broken evil. So from day one, you have money to pay your staff. From day one, you have money to do advert if you want. If the product needs an advert, nothing wrong with advert. But does your product really need advert? There's some product that is just B2B. You know where your customer is. One customer is $1 billion. One customer. There's a business that one customer is $1 billion. Two customers is $2 billion. So it depends on the nature of your business. So you need to understand it very well. So I keep saying that the major problem that we have, especially in Africa, is to have the right knowledge and to have the right perception of the business. Why are you chasing money that you don't need? Nobody will give you money. But if you have a demand that somebody say, for instance, supply this and I will pay you in 7 days, and it's written billion, whatever amount, people will give you money to do that job. So what we're saying is that you don't need to get worried about anything. Just believe in yourself, believe in your ability, believe that you can get anything done. Legitimately, you can get anything done. Just believe it. How much do you believe in yourself? How much do you improve yourself on a daily basis? I love learning new things. I love learning new things every day. I love improving myself. That's how a business should think. See, because they're going to get a time where you have a lot of money. What is driving you? It's the vision and the passion. You really have passion for what you're doing. Do you really believe in what you're doing? Do you really love it enough that you don't get tired of doing it? Do you want to keep expanding? You keep improving people's life. by engaging more people, providing more life, creating economic activities, and making the economy, the society a better place. So don't get worried. So get your guests. You know anybody that is doing fantastic work. What is more important is your personality. Are you trusted? Are you brand conscious? Do you have the right charisma? Do you have the right confidence to speak? Do you have the right way to explain? Do you understand the skills that is required? Do you understand all those things? If you understand all these things, people will give you the job. You need the first set of people to trust you. And those first set of your people to trust you is you're launching. And when you launch with them, all you need to do is to duplicate that concept, and before you know, you have built a big company. So at that time, so when you were going back to say you want to officially raise money, you'll be raising money from a better position than to rush, because you just need, because of some little comfort that you want to get yourself, you just need, no, you don't need to rush. You need to understand it. For me, one of the first tests of my idea or my concept is when somebody can even give me money for it when it doesn't even exist yet. When I speak to somebody about it, I say, oh, Sam, I like this your idea. Oh, please, can you give me 10 of it? Can you give me 100 of it? When I say that, because people already believe in the fact that I will deliver, okay, that I will do what I have said. So the next thing I need to be thinking about is, okay, what is my delivering time? What is this? When I agree on this, so what I'm thinking in the head of, okay, if Sam say you can do this, oh, this company says you can do this, ABC, company ABC say you can do this, because of these people that are there, because of the goodwill that they have built and the track record, these people will likely do it. And if they don't do it, the worst scenario is they will return the money back. That's the worst scenario. But with those confidence that people of integrity, people who have integrity, are part of this company, is enough for you to control any market. There are a lot of people that have captive market within their control. There are a lot of businesses that have a lot of customer base that need additional value to give to their customers. There are a lot of people that have control of a lot of markets. So if you can get them, so how well can they trust you with their customer? How well can they trust you with their work and their deliverables? How well can they trust you with that? So that is it. So it's about you. It's about you, the CEO of the team, having the right attitude about business, having the right skills, and having the no agree concept. Don't even agree on that nothing is impossible. Everything is possible, and have a way to drive a lot of partnership, because you can't do it alone. Sometimes, if you even though you're at the early stage, if you're able to drive your growth through demand, you don't even mind if you're not making so much from the beginning, because you have a target. All you want to do is to break even, have money to run your business, and have some traction to be able to drive to raise more funds and to raise equity eventually. And so you don't really need to worry. It's even getting people to trust you. And sometimes those first set of people that trust you with their money are people that you should give a lot of consideration. They are people who are, in fact, very important in your business early stage. They are the people that are more important. For somebody to trust you with their money at early stage, when especially they've not even seen the product, but because they trust you, they trusted you, or they trust you that you will deliver, and they engage their commitments and their deliverable. Sometimes they even put their customer at risk just because they trusted you. So that is why I keep saying that for every startup, the funders, the teams are more important than anything. Because if they have the right founder, if you have the right attitude, even if the product is not good enough, we'll create another product until it is good enough. If the model is not working, we'll modify the model until it works. But can you change people? Can you change people's mindset? Can you change people's attitude? Can you change the way people's culture? Can you? That takes a lot of time. So the first thing that all of us, anybody who is trying to invest in any company, is the team. What is their culture like? Are there people that are respectful? Are there people that keep to their word? Are there people that will do their best just to keep to their word? Are there people that will lose some money because they want to keep to their best. They want to make their customer happy. So those are the parameters that people look for. And then people that we wait. If we know how Elon Musk waited until he's successful, he's celebrated today. Nobody's hearing the bad side. So a lot of people have it smooth. Some people did not. But one thing that is sure is that when you're determined to get success and you understand the concept of startup, you understand that what is more important. There's nothing that is more important than your demand. Or some people call it off-taker, some people call it customer. Whatever it is, you call it. Whatever definition you call a customer. But if you have a customer that is a dial like Apple customer who will queue to buy Apple products, if you have a customer in that is more important than anything. Trust me, it's more important than anything. With that, if you know what you're doing, you will do magic. If you have customers that are dialed, let me say you have a customer that is 1 billion customer that are dialed to use your product, and they are ready to commit that they will use your product. What is your problem? So those are the things that so watch out. I'm going to be coming out. This is going to be part of our training anyway in Growth African Startup. For those that are selected, I will use this time to explain and break down how do you raise money at the zero. No track record, no assets, no anything, and you want to raise money. How do you do it? I like the way that this could be done. So don't let anybody make you feel that you can't raise money. You can raise money anytime. But you have to be sure that raising money is what you need at that time. Because sometimes you might need to wait a little bit. Sometimes your business might not necessarily require raising money immediately. Because there are some products that will still take a long time to develop. Have you finished your prototype? Are you finished? So, but there's a product that is just taking from A, giving to B and all of that, or bringing and aggregating product together. Those things does not take time. So you need to understand your business model very well. And I'm telling you, if you're under the power of demand control, you will not have any problem. Whether you're a startup, whether you're a businessman, whether you're anybody, if you have somebody that will tell you that every day I will take a supply from you, that is money. That is greater than money. Or everybody say that I will tell all my school students to use your product, and this is real, and they can commit to that. That is good than money. So that I keep telling people, are you actually going looking for the right thing? Are you actually looking for the right thing? So sometimes when you have two investors, and one tells you that I'll give you a business of $1 billion, and the other one says that I will give you $1 billion. I'm sure a lot of you will go for the guy that I'll give you $1 billion. He said, that's the thing. You need to understand that the market is what is more important than anything. Because if you have money in your account and it's not being used, you are running negative because there's alternative use for that money. Okay? So, but if the guy who has $1 billion business to give to you is more important than anybody, so you need to even know how to evaluate your board member, your partners, your friends, your relative, whatever you're doing, you need to be able to evaluate them. What are they bringing on the table? But anybody who brings demand for you is giving you what is even much important. Because without that demand, there can't be a system of business. So if you understand it that way, it's not about having money. If it's about having money, a lot of people have money. They just kept it on low interest benefit and put it in. But if they know how to have a good demand, a lot of people will be doing business. So what is more important for you that I'm telling you now is in terms of money, it's in terms of funding. Funding is the tools and they will come at the right time. But when you have the demand, I call it reverse strategy. If you have the demand, funding will come. So you have to change your orientation. So what do you think you should be looking for is who are the people that are going to use your product? Are they ready to commit to it? Imagine if you have 1 million people saying, I'm going to use your product. Okay, just give it to me now. I want it now. And they are committed to it. So what is your problem? So that's why we're going to be taking you through how do you harness demand? How do you get the demand? How do you position yourself that you can talk to the CEO of Coca-Cola, for instance, and tell him that you want to add something to all this Coca-Cola bottle, for instance, and the guy will sign off for you. Okay, come on, put it in my Coca-Cola. I believe what you're saying. And you know what that means? I will tell you what that means. It means that you have a secure market. You mean that you have an extension of brand equity, because you associating with that brand has also elevated your own brand. So there's a lot to be talked about. But I'm not going to take too much of our time today, because we have a lot to discuss where we get to the class. So I'm also going to be doing a course. I said I'm going to be doing a course on that. I really need, if everybody understands they don't need money, then poverty, then lack of money will disappear. I am telling you the truth. It will disappear. There's a lot of places you can walk up to and tell them that, come, I see that you do this at this amount, but I can provide at this amount for you. And the person say, are you sure? Yeah, can you give me a commitment if I provide it, you buy it? Oh, that's all you need, man. That's all you need. You just need somebody to commit to buy your product or using your product. It's not important than money, because money will come. It's just like when the federal government is telling you that that we're going to use this product and they give you a commitment note or something. Everybody will want to be part of it. So you need to get it right. But when you are chasing the wrong thing, because you don't understand that chasing finance is like looking for money when you don't have what to use it for. It doesn't work that way. Now, there are different startups and there's different model. Some people will raise money and use the money to acquire their market and begin to service it. That's not fine. But my concern today is, let's assume you don't even have money. You have a good product, you have this. How do you raise money at that level? That is my concern for today. Because it's not everybody that will have opportunity to get an investor from day one. Some people will get an investor after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So are you telling me at that time they should be looking at the sky to survive? No. And that's why a lot of company dies. But when you understand the power of an instant demand, you will live, you will grow fast, you will move higher. Even when you are bringing an equity investors, at that time, you have more reason to negotiate. More reason, you don't need to speak so much, because the figure speaks. Data does not lie. The figures speak, the numbers speak. And when they see the number is positive, is growing, the growth rate is amazing and all of that. What else do you need to explain? Then the jump at it and the thing turns out bigger and bigger, and that's how it works. So I don't want you, if you have an idea, I don't want you to feel bad that I have this idea, I don't have money. Forget about that. You don't need money. Trust me, you don't need money. What you need, that you have a good idea, you have people that are ready to use the idea, that are committed and say, I'm going to use this idea. Those are the first people you should first service. When you service them, how many of them are returning to use it more? So this is the way it works. If you look at it that way, then everybody can actually wake up and start a good business. So your most important is your skills, your passion, your goodwill, your brand consciousness. A lot of people are trying to build a very big company, but how conscious are they about their brand? How conscious are they about their brand? How well are they pushing their brand? How well are they living on top of their brand? So those are things that we're going to be talking about. Another thing I want to talk about today, I'm really, really enjoying my time. Don't mind me. See, another thing I want to talk about today is, what is a financial instrument? A financial instrument is a contract that involves payments. Okay? A contract that involves payments. Some of them can be bond, some of them can be share. But there's somebody that can give you and say, supply this. If you supply it, I'll pay you. That is also a financial instrument. Those things are magic if you know how to use them. So you might not know what a financial instrument is. And what am I saying, again, is that instead of you to look for funding, you should go after the market first before the fund comes. That's what I'm saying. So you don't need to go and say, I'm going to look for money. I understand. No, don't do that, man. You're going to waste time. You might eventually get the money and all of that. But how long will it take you to get the money? But imagine if you are able to pitch a company who eventually trust you. You see, it's easier to sell sometimes when you are at zero than to raise funds when you are zero. What I mean by zero, you're just starting a new company, you have not done anything. It's easier because at that time, all you just need to do is to be able to identify a market, a group of market that you can quickly harness. The easy falling fruit, they call it. That you can easily harness. Maybe you have somebody where you have a network or somebody or whatever that can link you to that place, and you are able to get those captive market, those people that can say, okay, we're going to use this product, and they are committed. There's an instrument that is involved. With that instrument, you can raise money to service that and make some money, and that can be done severally until you begin to now get an investor who see this huge traction and say, wow, this traction is big. And they're not coming with equity. At that time, you don't necessarily have to give a lot of share because you're already earning a lot of money, you're already doing very well. But then when you're just coming at 0.0, no traction, nothing. But the best way to go about it is always go after the market. Because the truth is that if you have somebody who trusts you to give you their business, it's easier to get people to trust you to give you their money. Okay? So another thing I want to tell you about using this concept is that you get low interest, it's flexible, because whatever amount you need, you get. So you don't get too much that you don't need. It's flexible, it's easier. Then you don't necessarily need to give out share if you don't want. It depends on different model. You don't necessarily need to give share. And it's also accessible. It's accessible. It's not a difficult thing. I remember when I was coming from San Francisco the other time for a training, and I called my friend on LinkedIn and said, come. And the next day we started a contract of $10 million, and as I we started working. So these are possible, but it can only be possible if you have the right brand. Can people trust you with their brand? Can people trust you that if you say something, you do it? That is more important than anything. Because if people trust you, trust your brand, you can do anything. And that's like saying that one of the things that people are going to benefit in Growth African Startup is leveraging on the existing market that we have created. I'm giving an example now. If somebody is coming to say, is there anything that's going to benefit Flip Partners? I was once the MD of Flip Partners. So it's easier to call the president MD or say, come, please, this boy is doing this guy is doing this. Can you use this product and see? I said, oh, okay, fantastic. Because it's me that is recommending it. The same way. So that's the essence of the ecosystem. The leveraging on the existing resources that have been created. So that's it. So, and that goes beyond money. If somebody is giving you a contract of $500 million in one day, that's huge. That's more important than any money anybody will give to you. So now, how do you not transfer that contract into a fund? How do you transfer it into an instrument? How do you use it to raise funds? So I think these are really a good topic that I would love to talk about every time, because we need to forget about funding. Funding, trust me, funding will always work. Funding will always come. Just focus on the demand. And how well can you analyze the demand? How well can you control the demand? And who are the people on your team? If you have somebody on your team that has ability to break every door, can make things happen, that is huge already. That's huge. Because when you have the demand, money will come. Funding will come. Okay? So don't forget, if you have any friend that has good idea, already registered a company and have potential to grow, that want to be part of Growth African Startup, don't hesitate to tell them, because some of them might not be privileged to see this. But I expect that any good startup should be on LinkedIn. So I still feel that LinkedIn is still the best place for you to get good information about startup. So you guys should share with your guys on LinkedIn, share the video, share it, let more people know about the Growth African Startup. I want us to get the best of Africa in this program. We want the best of Africa. We want people who are doing amazing things. Africa is moving. That's the next place to be. Africa has huge capital coming in last year, and you've not seen anything yet. More will come. Greater thing will happen. This is the time for Africa. But we need to get the right guys who know what they are doing. But maybe they are stuck or something. They need some advice. They need some guide. They need some funding. They need some technology. Whatever it is, let's come together and make this a very golden opportunity for everyone. So begin to share it. Begin to tell your friend about it. Don't forget, I appreciate everything you're doing. about this program, if you're sharing it, if you're liking it, you're making comments, you're sharing with your friend, trust me, because the truth is, there's nothing as good as empowering others. If you empower them, then the environment will be better. Then we have more people, more benefit around the world. The more things, then the narrative of Africa begins to change. We are the one that will change the narrative, and it starts from here. And the only way is to show the work that we have done. So if you have somebody that's doing amazing, the good thing is that we have a lot of magazine, a lot of newspaper, a lot of online, offline that are part of this program to be showcasing all our startups. So we're making sure that all our startups will have the highest visibility possible. So if you know somebody that is doing amazing things, maybe hardware, maybe software, maybe something that is scalable, maybe it's not even totally technology based, but are scalable within the scope of startup, these that have potential for exponential growth, these that have a big market, or it could either be B2B, either B2C. So you need to understand all of these things. Let's tell more people, let's get more people to apply. I want us to get it to enter 2,000 applicants. So when we get 2,000, from 2,000, we can select the best 50. Okay? We don't want the best guy to be out. We want the best guy to be in. So that by the time we are finishing this program, these 50 people can employ more people. And you know what that means? When they employ more people, when they are telling their story, so we have 50 good African stories around the world. So if you see it that way, you will see the reason why we all have to contribute. Because I appreciate you and I know you do. And that is why you stop by every time to encourage us. We don't take it for granted. But at this time, I need you to do something. Share this video, tell your friend, tell your family. If you know anybody, whether they are female, whether they are male, whether they are young, whether they are old, we are not considering the age. What we are considering is the mindset of someone who wants to change the world, the mindset of somebody who wants to make Africa proud, somebody who wants to contribute to the world, who want to make their footprint on the world, sincerely impact life. Those are the kind of people we are looking at. People who know what they're doing. Yes, they might not have been making enough profit. That's not the issue. The issue is the mindset, is the personality. And people who we know that these people, if they are backed, if they are trained, if they are supported, things can change and they can impact Africa. So guys, don't waste this opportunity. If you have somebody, if you have your, you can share it on your WhatsApp group, your Telegram group, share it as many people, your Instagram. I give you freedom. Share it as much as people because I want us to get the best. Because at 12 months, when we present these guys to you, you should be proud that you're part of it. That I was the one that shared, and this guy has the opportunity to see it, and he applied. I was the one that shared it, and those are the kind of people. That's why I love the platform. This platform, we have great people, because for me, anybody who is on LinkedIn already is somebody who appreciates professionalism, okay? Because LinkedIn is a place for serious people. It's a serious-minded people, and that's why I love always coming here to meet you guys, to encourage you guys, give you what. Don't forget, Growth African Startup must be known everywhere. Take your time, share it, hit the button. It's my permission, share it anywhere, and make sure those people that you know, maybe some people you know them in your school, you know them, they are very good, they are struggling one thing or the other. You know the funny thing? These people, they are actually good. Most time, they lack information. They lack support. They lack mentorship. They are actually good. So the only way to help them is to link them to the right people, link them to the right ecosystem. That ecosystem will change their life. There are so many things. Every day I sleep, my team sleep, a lot of idea comes in. We cannot do everything. That's why we need to empower others. There's no way one person can do all the businesses in this world. It's not possible. But we need people to hold different control in different discipline, different environment, and see the way the African narrative is going to change. You see the way this guy's business is going to grow. It will amaze you the way people life will change. It will amaze you the way people will be respected. To blow people's mind on how they can build a company that starts from Africa, that is dominated is competing fairly in the US, competing fairly in India, competing fairly in China, is everywhere. Those are the things we're talking about. We're not talking about people who all they are thinking is Nigeria. No, all they are thinking is Africa. We're looking at people who are thinking global. There's nothing. Global community is just you, just this this war going back to the war. That's global, because truly, if I'm going to call somebody from my office, I'm going to call you on the phone. I'm going to call somebody in New York. I'm going to call you on the phone. And if we're going to send email, the same time you take the email to get to my office, you're going to get the same time you take somebody in the US. So why are we taking global? Why are we taking global? And that's the power of partnership. That's why I love the way African companies are taking over everywhere, expanding to Canada, expanding to US. I love it so much, because that's how it starts. And the more we get more people doing that, the more we can support ourselves. When we go to a point where we see more synergy, where we see how we can partner together, how we can do things around the world together, and to make Africa becomes a global community, where we are doing things everywhere, where we are getting involved in everything around the world, and we're doing things that is changing the world, that's making the world a safe place, that's making things smarter, that's giving people more cost effective, more speed, and all of that. So we're looking for more people. Don't hesitate, don't hesitate, don't hesitate. So basically, when you're going to apply, you fill your form, tell about what you do. If you have revenue, tell us about your revenue. But we're more and more interested. But look for a way to put your LinkedIn links around the corner. We are more and more interested about your personality. We are more and more interested about your personality, because I can tell you, most people did not end up running business with their first idea. The idea they started with change over time. In fact, change totally from what it was originally. And that is the power of startup. You have to be very flexible, ready to take input, learn from it, adapt it, take it back to the market, until you get a product market fit where it's fitting into the market that needs it. So those are the things we're talking about. So, and don't hesitate, please. I need more people to begin to share this. Tell your friends, tell your family, anybody that is good, that you are sure they are good, make sure they get to know about this. Tell them on my permission. And don't forget, the link is growthafricancapital.net. Growthafricancapital.net. I am the CEO of growthafricancapital.net. The essence is to empower more Africa to build a global company, to build a multi-billion-dollar company. It is really, really possible. What you need is to change your mindset. Thank you, guys. See you some other day. Bye for now.